Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hello. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. For the Muslims, we are in the midst of the last 10 days. Okay? Of Ramadan. You love to see it coming, and you kind of love to see it go somewhat. Cause the day after, like the day after Eid, you be like, oh, I could probably fast a little bit longer. Ramadan, come back a little bit, Ramadan. Thank you, Donovan. Said first show I was able to catch in a while. Currently overseas, and there's an 8-hour time difference. Glad I was able to catch this live stream. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. That sounds fun. I don't know if you're there for business or pleasure, or a little bit of both, but hopefully you are having a positive, good time. And thank you so much, Donovan, for kicking off the contributions. Ramadan Kareem. Okay, so we are going to get into it today. I'm going to replay the clip that nobody could hear on the other video, because we're going to talk about Black women fighting to become Black men and then not being able to really handle that at all. But before I go into that, I gotta get this off my chest. And I usually am able to not voice particular thoughts here, but I'm gonna do it a little bit now. I know that the reparations talk yesterday was a highly emotional one for many people, right? Myself included. I had to really keep my emotions in check and say what I needed to say in terms of that conversation. I thought about revisiting it today. Because as difficult as a conversation like that actually is, there are a lot of points to cover and a lot of things that need to be said. But I will say this, and then I'm going to leave it alone. By virtue of growing up here, by virtue of my parents being born here, by virtue of their parents being born here, by virtue of their parents' parents being born here, by virtue of being subjected to the lost value system, by virtue of having to grow up in poverty, by virtue of having to watch my people suffer in various ways, both tangibly and intangibly, I have every right to talk about reparations, whether the points that I made are agreed upon or not. I don't expect everybody to agree with everything that I say, right? But I try the best that I can to come here with a different perspective of things, to get us to think about things in a different way, maybe than what we've become accustomed to thinking about them. So the reparations talk is not out of my wheelhouse at all. The conversations that we have here will evolve, because It nothing like a good straightening of a hyena. But there are more things going on in our community as well. And I intend to touch on those things from time to time, even if they are not quite popular. Okay? So, I have every right to talk about reparations. And I'm not going to get on here and say, yeah, just cut the check. And because that was actually the show I was going to do. I was going to do a show about us as a community not understanding what reparations is supposed to do and what it's supposed to be and what we're supposed to make of it. And so I'm not going to go into it any more than that. But I did need to say that starting off. So now that I got that out of the way, thank you, Stardust, that everyone will hear the inconvenient truth. It is an inconvenient truth. It's not a pleasurable conversation. I will say that. The reparations conversation can be very passionate because it is emotional to us. It is a point of passion with us. So I understand it. Like, I get it. I can't promise that I'm not going to touch on it again, though. I really can't promise that because it's such a pertinent conversation for us to have as a people. In any case, I want to get to the subject matter that we really came to talk about. How black women fought to become black men. Okay. And like I said, I'm going to replay the clip that was supposed to be played in the other video the other morning that nobody could hear. So we're going to actually talk about that. Right? We're going to really go in about it. So let me share the screen. I guess I can share the screen now. Well, Breakfast Club not that strict about it. Okay. Let's go. I wanna. No, don't play it on the TV. Why did I click that? Theater mode. Okay.
More guns. Mm-hmm. We got more guns than any other nation per person in this country. So it is, I mean, and parents are already armed. I know a lot of armed parents, but that is not necessarily the solution. The solution is getting at the root of the problem is mental health. And I'm not talking about diagnosed people, but we have a mental health problem in this country, an addiction to guns. That's number one. Number two, we need other types of services that wrap around a community to try to prevent this from happening. The goal is prevention. The goal is not to have people to act when it's happening. Now, DJ, I love the idea of having parent patrols. In the city of Cleveland, there was a councilwoman. She's no longer here on this plane of existence. She's in the ancestral plane, but her name is Fannie M. Lewis. And she had a program where she funded parent patrols in and around schools. Now, they weren't armed, but it was just the very nature of their presence. So could there be a beautiful thing in helping a community and funding, paying people to be out there? And they don't have to physically be a parent, like biologically be a parent, but people in the community, particularly men, because we need some more man energy. I don't give a damn what nobody else got to say. And I'm every woman. And I'm fine with saying that we need some more man energy, because I know some of them folks out there don't believe in that. But we need some more man energy out there. And especially in Black communities, to see Black men out there around schools. In some cases, too many of our households in the Black community are run by women because, you know, certain things are popping off. I get it. But to love and embrace a community, there's an African proverb that says it takes a village, and let the village come together. And women too. I'm not saying we don't need women, but so many children don't even have the presence of a real strong, loving man in their lives. They don't see male teachers, because teaching is not necessarily a profession that men gravitate to, because the pay too damn low. While we at it, let's go on and increase the pay of teachers, the people that mold minds. But that parent patrol is an excellent idea. It has been done before, and we should do it again. The goal is to prevent it from happening, not to act when it happens.
Now, that was the clip that you were supposed to hear the other day. That was the clip you were supposed to hear the other day. Okay? She's right about needing more man energy. She's absolutely correct. And by the way, that little denim suit coat jacket she had was bomb, baby. Don't make me make that, because I ain't even see the whole thing, because it would look cute if it had a little peplum at the bottom, a little flare at the bottom. I could totally see making a little flare of that at the bottom. Don't make the seamstress come out now. Since the seamstress is in here, I will go and get some denim, some thin summer denim, and double stitch that whole lapel. Stop playing. Thank you, Real Life. So your voice and message is very necessary. Thank you so much for your contribution. I'm going to have to look her up, because I don't know much about Miss Nina Turner. But what she said right here was absolutely correct. We do need more man energy. And she talked about just having Black men around. Just, it don't have to be armed. It don't have to be this and that. But just the presence of Black masculinity, just the presence of Black men around. But now we have to ask ourselves, why? Why are we in a situation where we have to now be so desperate for Black masculinity? For Black men being in and around the community, for Black men being in and around the family, to being participatory in the things that need to be going on in a community. The reason why men would have to get together, or you would have to fund something like that, or you would have to oversee something like that, is because the men have been systematically ousted out of the community by Black women, by and large. Thank you so much, Britt Witz. I got my book today. So excited. Can't wait to read it. I've already learned so much from you. You have helped save my marriage. Keep doing what you do. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. So we do need more men, but why are we in a situation as a community where we would have to oversee a program that would get the men involved? Because I guarantee if the men had not been ousted in the first place in mass like they have been out of the community, and then the community burned into cinders, then we wouldn't have to organize the men to do it. The men would just do it like they had been doing it. And the men used to do it because they were a part of the community at one time. So they felt a collective responsibility towards its protection, towards its safety, towards its function. You could see it would be random black men that would keep young black men in order if they saw them getting out of hand. It would be your average community black man, your regular old brother that would be patrolling around the school, talking to the teenagers and stuff like that. He patrol around the high school. He talked to the teenagers. Yeah, everybody know Mr. So-and-so. That's Unc. You had your, just like you had your neighborhood aunties, you had your neighborhood unks. Because your uncle is the black man. He not quite your daddy, but he do command respect. And he gonna tell you like it is. He might even have a conversation with you that your daddy didn't have. Or he gonna have it with you in a different perspective, in a different way that your father would have that conversation with you. He just gonna come straight up to you. Hey, young blood, you know, it's like this, like that, don't do this, don't that. When I had Judge Joe Brown on the show a few months ago, that was one of the things that he said he did in his community, not only in his capacity as a judge in the courtroom, but also his capacity as an older black man in the black community. You would see them young boys, you know, they would come in and out of his court, and if he would see them on the street doing what they wasn't supposed to do, he would talk to them. Not just throw the book at them, but talk to them. Hey, now you know you're not supposed to be over here. It's a curfew, blase blam. And try to keep the young men in some type of order because it need black masculinity to do that. And now we're in a situation where our communities are completely in shambles, if we can even call them communities, and they're like that due to too much female energy and chaos. Because when we had black men walking around, when we had black men protecting the community, when we had black men feeling a collective sense of responsibility towards the people that were within their community as a group, that wasn't good enough for black women. A black man's protection wasn't good enough for black women. A black man's provision wasn't good enough for black women. She wanted more, she wanted different, she wanted zaddy. So she went and got zaddy. And we done went over this ad nauseum on this channel. How zaddy came through and was like, you know what? You don't even need him. It can be me and you, baby girl. You don't need him. You know, I got all of the things that you need. And you can tell that Negro to kick rocks. And that is what black women began to do in mass. Told black men to kick rocks. Thank you, Daryl. Said that was our village when I grew up. This was the correction at the kitchen table. Amen. Thank you so much. I remember black men walking around the schools and, you know, you got to know them brothers. And you had to respect them. Hey, Mr. So-and-so. Hey, Mr. Harris. Hey, Mr. Johnson. Hey, Miss, And you had to respect them men. Now, they'd be cool with you and joke with you and stuff like that, but they were serious too. And it was valuable because they understood what little black girls was going through, and particularly what young black boys was going through, because they were once a young black boy growing up in the community. So they were familiar with the nuances of what was going on. If a young black man was acting out, they didn't just take it on face value. Oh, he's just a horrible person. No, because I know he probably got some stuff going on at home. It's probably some stuff going on around, you know what I'm saying, that he can't control, and he come to school and he take it out on the other students or whatever. This is why he fight like that. This why he always in trouble. This why he always skips school. This why you see? Because it was black men that were going to have empathy for young black boys. Black women don't have that. No empathy for black men or black boys. Thank you again, Donovan said turning their back on us as men was the ultimate form of Order 66 if I ever seen it. Exactly. Systematically, black women decided that they didn't need black men, and they went on campaigns to make that known. We all heard about the 80s and the 90s when talk shows was a big thing. You know, wasn't no internet back then, wasn't no social media. So talk shows, the Oprahs, the Sally Jesse Raphaels, all of them other shows, the Donahue, all of them other shows. Black women made a concerted effort to make sure that the world understood how low down black men were and how they could not help the black community. And as a matter of fact, the black community would be better off without black men in it. Because if they wasn't abusive, they were stupid. And if they wasn't stupid, they were down low. And if they wasn't down low, they were whoremongers and womanizers. And if they didn't fit into any of them categories, they was just some poor suckers. Unambitious, unable to do anything, unable to make headway in the world. So who needs them? And you still got black women today on social media now spewing that same rhetoric that was getting spewed 30, 40 years ago. And when Sister Shahrazad Ali came out and was going on them same circuits combating that narrative and saying, wait a minute, even if the black man is guilty of some of these things, let's not pretend that black women are not guilty or that they are completely innocent of any contribution to the failure of what's going on in the black community. And when she started talking like that, them hyenas got mad. Big mad with her. And here we are in 2023 having the same conversation. The problem is that black women ousted black men. But nature abhors a what? What does nature abhor? Anybody know? Nature abhors a vacuum. So if you remove or you get men out of their position, something gotta fill that position. And it was black women. Black women had to fill the position of the absence of black men. And then they had to come tell the world that the reason why black men were absent is because they're no good. And they keep that narrative. I want y'all to understand that this narrative I'm talking about is decades old. It's not new. It's not new. This is a decades old narrative. We masculine because we gotta be. We masculine because the men not here. We masculine because the men don't lead. And we gotta take care of everything. And we gotta do everything. And that's why we can't be feminine, because we too busy being masculine, because the men, they don't have masculinity and they're not leading anything and they're not doing anything. So we have to do it all. That's what they say. That's what they say. That's the excuse that black women always come up with. They never deny being masculine. I want y'all to understand that. They never deny being masculine. So they can't come up and say, we're not masculine, we feminine women. What are y'all talking about? No. They know they're masculine. But we're gonna talk about a couple of things with this, because I just laid the framework. That's all I did. But after these messages, we'll be right back.
Average game truck parties are a virus, but gamer versus gamer is the cure. Gamer versus gamer. Gamer versus gamer. Gamer versus gamer. Gamer versus gamer.
Happy birthday.
Gamer versus gamer. Gamer versus gamer.
Gamer versus gamer. We look forward to treating your child like the most important kid in the world on their birthday.
Hi, Gamer versus Gamer. Thank you so much for my birthday party.
This show is being brought to you by the wonderful people at Gamer versus Gamer, where they help you to write a love letter to your child. This is such an elite service that they offer, heads and shoulders above the rest of the, child party, entities, even the other game trucks, which they're so much more than a game truck. The wonderful people at Gamer versus Gamer really take all of the guesswork and all of the frustration potentially out of planning a child's birthday party, because many times we would like to plan a birthday party, and sometimes our children's birthday parties end up super simple, just some cake, just some ice cream, couple of kid friends, not because we don't want to have a more elaborate setup for them, but just because a lot of times the logistics of that and getting down to the details of that can be a little bit overwhelming. Well, at Gamer versus Gamer, they take the overwhelming component completely out of it by showing up with a 30-foot trailer that solves where you're going to have the party. They show up with all of the food for catering, cupcakes and popcorn and pizza and all of these sort of things. So that eliminates cooking, buying a whole bunch of food, spending a whole lot of time preparing it and things of that nature. They also come with all of the different activities, from playing video games to playing other games, a little music that they will have for the children. And they also have different points in the party where, the parents and the family members can express how much they love the child and express their birthday well wishes to the children as well. Even family members that couldn't be there, they're able to host like video calls and things of that nature to the child. So this is actually a 5-star service. So if you are in the Atlanta metropolitan area, you or anyone that you know with children, with birthdays coming up, you definitely want to hit the link at the top of the chat, gamerversusgamer.com. Go to their website, give them a call, and have them to write your child a love letter. And before I get back to the cook, I want to y'all a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to because we have 348 awesome people who have already hit the like button. Let's see if we can get the other 400 or so people to hit the like button as well. Thank you so much, Professor Costa. Black women's disdain for black men is so deep. You can see their hatred in the comment section of any social media post where a sister treats them good. Due to their loose behavior, it puts an unfair tax on black men to save a community that they keep sacrificing. Thank you so much. This is why, and I'm going to touch on it for a little bit before I get into the real meat of what I want to say. This is why a few months ago, there was a little bit of controversy might even be too strong of a word to say, about, thank you 39 Dina, about whether or not black men should save the community or save the community black man as opposed to save yourself black man. The reason why there was a little bit of a dust up with that is because how can black men save a community that they have been systematically denied access to? You can't, on the one hand, actively deny black men access, deny them their position within the community, within the family. You don't want them to be fathers. You fight against that in the court system. You don't want him to visit his children. You don't want, you know what I'm saying? You don't want him to interact with his children. You don't want him to do anything with his children. You don't want him to live in the house. You don't want him to do all of that other stuff. You just want him to pay you money. Okay, so you have gotten rid of him out of the house. Then you took over as black women all of the other outside places. You took over the schools. You took over the teaching jobs. I remember that there used to be black male teachers, and the black male teachers were always ranked among the best of the teachers in the school because they did so many times with a sense of calm logic. They would explain things to you, and they would break down what they were saying in the class or what the material actually was about in layman's terms, in a way that a child could actually understand what was happening in the class and be able to get it. And so you were able to make better grades once you understand what's going on in the classroom. It was usually the black male teachers that was the best teachers. They was the coolest teachers, but they was also the better teachers, especially when it came down to math and when it came down to science and even social studies. Black men were the best science, math, and social studies teachers in my opinion and in my experience. But black women couldn't have that. Had to take over the teaching jobs. Had to take over the principal jobs. Going to the principal's office was a big deal if the principal is a man. That's a bigger deal than going to, Miss Johnson's principal office. She ain't finna do nothing but fuss at you. Who cares? Thank you, The Foundation said, bought my wife your book. Thank you. You are so very welcome. So very welcome. And thank you for buying the book. I hope that she enjoys it. So black women fought to get men out of their rightful place as men. So if black women have been working for the last 6 or 7 decades to get black men out of any place of import or position of import in the community, there's no way that you can fix your mouth as any black woman with any type of sense and say they got to come back and save or do anything for a community that does not recognize them, that does not honor them, and that consistently devalues black men and black masculinity and black male authority and anything that black men have to do, or anything that come with black men. Thank you, Howard King. I love you, Dr. Kendra. You are so wonderful. Thank you so much. Finally, if you remove black men out of the space, nature abhors a vacuum. So now black women had to take the place of black men. It was all good when you thought you had power. It was all good when black women thought that being in that position meant that you had the power and could nobody tell you nothing. Well, that has gone on for quite some time, for quite a few generations and quite a few decades. The thing that black women didn't understand is that they fought to be men. But the trick and the trap of it all was that they would be black men. See, that's the part that hyenas didn't think about, is that you would fill the role of men, but you'd be a black man, not a white one. Thank you, G Money. Said, why should a man fix a community he didn't destroy? As a man, it's hard to pour from a cup that has been trashed for 50 years. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your contributions. I appreciate contributions. What black women didn't understand is that they would be black men once they became men. Once they took on the responsibility of men and the role of men in the community, you'd be black men. Now, why is that a problem? Because this system of white supremacy is set against who? Black men. It do who the worst? Black men. And now black women are going to have these same experiences, these dehumanizing, humiliating experiences, the way that black men have had to have them. So now you got situations where white men are assaulting and accosting you. You got cops roughing you up. You now you're getting shot. Now who's the bullet bag? We don't talk about that part. How you gotta now worry about when you get pulled over with the police. See, they ain't playing with you either. The institution sees you as a black man now. My auntie is a man now. You a man now. You a man now. Welcome to man world. Welcome to black man world. A world where you don't get recognized as a human being, where nobody has empathy for you and nobody expects you to have a full range of human emotions or experiences. You're just supposed to be a workhorse and a beast of burden. And don't nobody want you if you're not able to do something extraordinary for somebody every single day. Welcome to Black Man World. Where don't nobody touch you or hug you or love you. Where you're only a human doing, not a human being. Welcome to Black Man World. Where the institution consistently see you as a threat. Welcome to Black Man World. That's why they don't have no problem evicting y'all with your kids, with them little nigglets that y'all got. They don't mind doing it because you a man now. They don't see you as women. They don't see you as helpless. They don't see you as victims. They don't see you as vulnerable, because this is the same system that told you that you were strong and independent. Do you see how it all worked against you? And you took that mantra on. See, I told y'all about taking on the mantras and the mindsets that this system hand out to you. Because if they're coming to you with an accolade about something, you had better watch your back. If they praising you for a behavior, you do best to change it. And they came in with the, you know what I'm saying, ooh, the cheerleading you on with your stupid self about being strong and independent. Yeah, I don't need no man. We don't need y'all dusties. We don't need y'all. What is y'all that can't lead? Black men don't do nothing. Okay. So now you're not a victim. Now you're not vulnerable like other women. The system see other women as women, even if they see them as minority women or a little lower down on the totem pole. They have some sympathy for them. They say, man, they're a bunch of women, man. But they don't see black women as women because you're a black man now. See, you thought that once you got into the man space, you'd be a white man. No. You're a black one. And now the system will treat you as such. Now the police don't care about giving you a 2-piece and a biscuit now. And then blow your brains out. Don't care about that. They ain't never cared about it when they did it to black men. They don't care about it. You a new black man. Thank you. You can't see me, so I love your book. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Lady Face. Her avatar is so pretty. Thank you so much. I am ashamed that not enough black women are on this channel. We are grateful for people like you who are persistent in spreading this message. They avoid your critique, but they cannot avoid the flames. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I always appreciate when my sisters come through, because I like it when my sisters come through. I'm always real appreciative of my sisters coming through, because not a whole lot of women rock with the channel in terms of the analytics, but I know that I'm affecting their lives even by proxy. And it's a positive effect. So I'm happy when my sisters come through. I'm telling you, they treating you like black men now. Just like that black woman wanted to hold up somebody in the Walmart. Remember that? And she held Becky captive and all that. They came in and blew her brains out. Didn't even say nothing. They ain't even ask her too many questions. Girl, what is you doing? You holding the Becky house? Oh, get rid of that. They'll hand you a 2-piece so fast. Thank you, Cassius, and now they the woman king. Exactly. That's why they put stuff out like that. That's why I did my review on the woman king. Because they put stuff out like that for you. It was white women that was behind the production of that. It was white women that was behind the writing and the production of the woman king. We gonna hold up a mirror, and folks can call it bashing black women, talking dirty about them. But if we can't hold the mirror up to other black women as a black woman, who gonna hold the mirror up to you? Cause see, I told y'all we not here to poo-poo and tutu, y'all. Oh, sis, it's okay that, you neglect your kids and you don't let the father see the kids and stuff like that. Because I know you're going through a lot. Sis, we not doing that. It's a crying shame that you do your kids the way that you do, and you interrupt their relationship with their fathers. It's a crying shame. The video I did the other day with that guy finding out that the boy he been raising for 11 years is not even his son. And she was so dismissive about it. She was like, well, do it even really matter? Thank you, Yikwaba. Shalom, sister. Keep up the work. Thank you so much. We got to hold the mirror up. Wait. Bang Yang was doing what? Don't tell me. Please don't nobody tell me Bang Yang tired of them too. Bang done got tired of them? Wait a minute. Am I reading that correctly? Am I reading it correctly? David Tyler said it was actually weird seeing CNG go in on those hyenas the other day. They were saying, why you bashing us? Wait a minute. You mean to tell me they done made they leader tired? She tired? Thank you again, Miss Ladyface. Thank you, sweetheart. I almost got somebody send me the clip and the timestamp. I need to see that for myself. Because I don't watch her channel. I don't watch none of her content. Somebody send me the clip. Because if y'all hyenas have made Cynthia G get at y'all in any capacity, I don't care if it was lightweight, she get at you a little bit. If y'all hyenas have even made Cynthia G that ride for the hyena clan, I don't care what's going on. She gonna call a black man a dusty. I don't care what he doing. She's gonna call a black man a dusty dust ball. I don't care what he got going on in his life. And if she done got tired of the foolishness that's going on in the elephant graveyard, where she reigns supreme, Cynthia G is an OG hyena. She is an OG hyena. She has earned. Do you understand? She has earned her back feet over there. She have earned her place in the hyena clan now. Now, it's an ignominious place, but she has earned it. She has earned her place in the hyena clan now. Yeah, she was the one that coined beta male coon. She was the one that coined that phrase, beta male coon. And it was towards black men. That's what she coined that phrase. And she done got tired. That's unbelievable to me. Thank you, G Money. He says Zaddy used them to destroy themselves and everything around them. Between child support and student loans, Zaddy got paid the entire time. Listen, between child support wasn't nothing but a pimp by the state. That the state pimped it out. Thank you, Alboski. Says Synthetic G, aka the bald eagle. You know. Yeah, I got to see that one. If Cynthia G done in any way, shape, or form held a hyena accountable for anything, that has to be seen to be believed. Cause she don't do that. Not the Cynthia G I know about. Oh, we ain't talking about coming back. Now that's going too far. We ain't talking about coming back or ingratiating or none of that. We ain't talking about none of that. I just need the proof of that. Because we talking about the same individual that is a huge proponent of deleting black male babies in utero. She is a huge proponent of that. That is a narrative that she say proudly on her channel that I have gone at several times. She's proud of that. She do not shy away from saying that. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Y'all hyenas done made y'all queen mad. Cause Cynthia G is a queen hyena now. She a top matriarch. Now y'all done made her mad. I told you hyenas will cannibalize each other. That she will eat you. She'll chop your head clean off. She ain't got no loyalty to the rest of y'all. Thank you, Black Goku. So I wouldn't get my hopes up about that. It'll be a cold day in Hades before ZNG ever hold black women accountable. This is why I want to see the proof. I want to see that. I want to hear that for myself. Thank you, Black Goku. And let's be clear. Whether she got at a hyena or not, my hopes is not up. She has proven what she is and what she about and what she do and what she say. Ain't no coming back from nothing that she talk about. There's no coming back from none of them talking points. Thank you, Nuruddin. Say, hey, Kendra's been a while. I work for a garbage truck company at night, so I'm not able to get on as much, but good to see you. All good to see you too. Thank you so much, sweetheart. That's interesting. Yeah, I just want to be clear. My hopes is not up for anything. She say what she say. Cynthia G don't apologize for nothing she say. That's why I'm unapologetic for everything I say. Okay. I don't care what a hyena don't like. That must have made her kind of mad for her to do. I wonder what happened with that. What set that in motion? Thank you to Renzo. Said the word same is Unc El Sam versus Uncle Sam. Yeah, the backward man is same, spelled backwards. Emas is the word emasculated. So there's that. Psychological mirror you mentioned, twin, the word. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tony. Say hit the like button, bam. Yeah, y'all go ahead, hit the like button. We an hour in, y'all ain't hit the like button. KW Don says Cynthia G is finished. Her corruption is complete. Yeah. Definitely. Your failure is complete. If y'all know where that come from, then you are a true geek. Thank you, Damba Nagasi. Say you are definitely the next two grand goddess, Shahrazad Ali. Keep this buffet rolling because this is a daily meal you have going on here. So salute. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah. Her failure is complete. Her failure is complete. So we not going to, thumbs up. Nothing. Okay. It's just a little bit unbelievable, but, That actually wasn't Palpatine. That was actually Darth Vader when he was talking to Obi-Wan. Because he realized that Obi-Wan, I think he was talking to Obi-Wan. Because he searched Obi-Wan's thoughts and realized that he had a child. And where his child was at. And so in the midst of fighting him, that's when he said, your failure is complete. You failed to keep them from me. Thank you. Okay. He was talking to Luke. He was talking to Luke because Luke was thinking about his sister. He was like, sister. sister. Okay, that was. And they was fighting in the ship. Got you. Got you. Got you. Mm-hmm. Oh, we geeks in here. We geeks in here. Like attract like. I'm a whole geek. I'm a geek and a nerd. But I'm also gonna get out of here. I never did like Star Trek. Me and Star Trek. Mm-mm. That was the scene right there when he said that about his sister, because Luke was hiding from him. And he was like, sister. And Luke looked like, man, I knew I wasn't ready. And he jumped out. Y'all got me want to watch Star Wars. I will go watch Star Wars. Anyway, don't get me to doing that. Are you a geek too, Pearls? Now, see, I don't play Dungeons and Dragons. Not the new one, anyway. I remember the real old Dungeons and Dragons from the 80s. That game was impossible. But anyway. Yeah, I didn't like Star Trek. But Star Wars, me and Star Wars, okay. Me and Star Wars. I didn't like Star Trek. Don't play with me, O&O. Age of Empires 1 and 2. I never played 3 or 4. I never played nothing beyond Age of Empires 2 and the expansions. But when I tell you, many an hour was spent attacking the red people and the green people. You understand? Whoever the red people and the green people was at the time. Many an hour was spent getting my goal, building my army, and I'm gonna tell you this much. If you had a whole gang of archers, see, what you want to do is kill all the villagers. If you get rid of all the villagers, they can't rebuild nothing. But the most worrisome ones was the villagers that would hide off in the corner and build a town center. And you be trying to figure out, I done killed everything over here in the red people land. Why have they not given up? And then all you gotta do is ride your little scout around. It's the only time he coming to play, cause he a whole nincompoop. But you get your scout and you ride him around, and then you'll find they be surviving off a town center and a lumber yard. A town center and a lumber yard. If you get rid of the town center and the lumber yard, okay, then they'll give up. Now, I don't know how to play chess. That I don't know how to do. I don't know how to play chess. I'm not even going to lie to you, make it sound fly to you. I don't know how to play chess. I was just talking about Age of Empires. Albowski, I was talking about Age of Empires. I got to go back to Red Dead 2. Because I like Red Dead. I like Red Dead 2. I have it. But I have not even really gotten past like the first quarter of that game. I really need to start it over, because once you don't play a game, it's been like 2 years since I picked that up. Once you don't play a game, you forget all the controls. So I don't forget how to shoot. You know what I'm saying? I don't forget how to ride the horse, and all that kind of stuff. So you be done forget. I gotta get back into my Need for Speed Heat because I like racing games, and I gotta get back into I gotta finish Shadow of Mordor. I got so many games that it's been years and I have not finished them. And I want to play. I ain't never finished all of the Arkham series either. Like I say, you just got 10 experience points for releasing your inner and outer geek. Yeah, I'm a geek. Yeah, I'm a geek. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, I like Need for Speed because it's got the physics is realistic, but it's, you can get a little damage and stuff like that and keep going. I never liked Forza or Gran Turismo because it was too realistic and not game-like enough. It was almost like a driving sim. I don't like that. Don't get me started on PlayStation 3 because that is where all the old Gods of Wars are. You can play all your old Gods of War on PlayStation 3. Okay. I've been on Need for Speed since PC. Need for Speed Special Edition? Anybody? Need for Speed Hot Pursuit? The first one. Mm-hmm. I do like Burnout. Burnout is cool. We will talk about these games. Yeah, back when T.C. Carson was Kratos. Ares. I was a PlayStation girl before I was an Xbox girl. PlayStation to me has the better hardware. Them PlayStations is hardy, especially 3. I don't know about 4 and 5. I don't have them. But PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, keep them forever. Xbox to me has better games, and Xbox beat out PlayStation because Xbox made all day games compatible. They made the 360 games compatible, and they made the old Xbox games compatible to play on the newer Xboxes. So you could actually go back in the library and get them old Xbox 360 games and play them. And that's actually what put Xbox as the edge over PlayStation. When PlayStation make they PlayStation 2 with the biggest game library in history backwards compatible with all the newer PlayStations, that's when PlayStation will have them. They'll be unbeatable then. Xbox won't have nothing on that. If I can get a PlayStation 5 and play the old God of War on that, play Second Sight on that, all them old PS2 games the ones that didn't get all the pub, but they were still real good games. Oh, I got wrong. Let me get out of here because I'll sit here another 30 minutes. Rome was too short. I got through Rome in 2 sittings, and that's only because I had got up and I wanted to finish it the next day. So Rome was too short. It was good, but it was too short. Thank you, Beth Shua. So you can play old system games on the Nintendo Switch as well. I can play games from NES, SNES, and Nintendo 64. Yeah, everybody doing it except PlayStation. They being hard-headed with that. PlayStation 2 was the best, highest grossing, and largest game library in modern gaming history. Why wouldn't you make that library available for all future PlayStations? Why wouldn't you do that? G Money says, sounds like a gamer channel is next. I thought about it. I thought about getting a capture card and everything. I really did think about it. And I was going to specialize in old school games. I miss Onimusha. Onimusha was tight. Onimusha was tight. I like Onimusha. Thank you again, Beshua. And Nintendo is still making Zelda games. The next one releases in less than a month. Oh, okay. What I can't wait for is Diablo 4, y'all. Diablo 4, y'all. Diablo 4 coming out, y'all. I got 3. I used to play 1 on the PC. The first Diablo was creepy. That was actually a creepy game. I played 2. I played 3. Me and 3, we like this. Me and 3, we see eye to eye. But that Diablo 4, though. I'm a sucker for Diablos. Cause you ain't gotta know nothing. You just gotta get on there and fight. That's all you do. It ain't nothing to remember. Just get on there and fight. All right, so thank you all for geeking out with me these last 15 minutes. Thank you for geeking out. Thank you again, Miss Bethshua. And my husband played the beta for Diablo 4. See, he did. I bet it look good too, cause Diablo 3 is the bomb. I bet Diablo 4 look good. Mm-hmm. New powers. I'm looking forward to the new powers. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I like me some Diablo. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and it's got so much replay value. You play them same ones over again, but you get stronger and stronger. Right. So anyway. Oh, you got an Atari 2600? I still got an old Sega Genesis. Stop playing. And it work. Stop playing. I got an old Sega Genesis. And I got a PlayStation 2 that work and games. Stop playing. Anyway. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for rocking out with me and geeking out with me a little bit. You know, I don't always do that with you guys. Everything is so serious. But thank you so much for all of your contributions through Super Chat. Let me see if we had any cash apps at all. And we did. Thank you so much, Triv. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Corbett. Thank you so very, very much. And thank you, Xavier. Such a gracious contribution. Thank you so much. So generous. Once again, thank you so much for rocking out with me, hitting the like button. Don't forget, you can go to crimsoncure.com and get your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery. All right. Thank you so much for all of the support that you've given me for this book. It's such an awesome book, and it has already helped so many people. If you really want some solutions, definitely get this book for yourself, get this book for your wife, your daughters, anybody in need of this. So once again, crimsoncure.com, get your copy of the book. It's also on sale on Amazon as well for the digital copy. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you, Beshua. So hubby is playing Assassin's Creed right now. See, I never played Assassin's Creed. I got them all because of Xbox Gold, but I never played not one of them. And the only reason I got them is because the mechanics and the engine reminded me of Prince of Persia, which is one of my favorite games. I'm going to have to get on my gaming. I don't know. I don't even have time. I don't be having time to game. I be wanting to, You just don't be happening. But anyway, thank you so much. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.